Good morning, Fttv and Fearless Trainers, and welcome back to Fearless Training TV. For those of you who are new to the channel, that probably will be happening for a while now, as I imagine. But today I want to talk quickly, as always, about weight training for beginners, or even advanced, to be honest with you, and what you should be doing from the start, and even consistently, keeping within your program until you become an advanced trainer. And yes, that is something. Let me get past this knobhead here, dickhead. Compound exercises. Now, most of you will know what these are. So compound meaning more than one of, and in terms of bodybuilding or weight training, that means more than one muscle group at a time. So compound exercises. So this is a very efficient and optimal way to start and to continue on building muscle. And the main ones that you should be doing, first things first, are squat. Yes, this has the most mass building potential scientifically. People have been doing it for years. It's the best way to build some huge ass legs, and it also actually builds upper body strength, which most of you will know as well. It releases a lot of hormones and testosterone, therefore allowing your upper body to grow as well. So squats, I'll put some pictures in the links as well, so you can have a little look and get an idea for what they are. But of course you can go away and do your own research as well and check them out a little bit more. Remember, form is everything. Before the weight, quality over quantity, the weight will come. So squats, you should definitely be doing squats. This is a number one priority. In my opinion, second to that, the deadlift. Most people do not do the deadlift, and it has the second most mass building potential to the squat. It is a bit of a difficult movement generally for beginners, but if you break it down, it's similar to a squat, and other than that, you're not moving the weight at all. You're actually just lifting it, which I say to my clients. You can think of it as an almost inconvenience as when you're doing this movement. And again, I will show you some diagrams. Also, a quick side note, in the future I will be posting up some training videos and form, how to go about doing exercises more specifically, but today we're just going to run over the basics and what you should be doing within the compound exercises. So after the deadlift, and yes, of course we've got variations of all these movements, but we won't go into that today, I would recommend bench press. So bench press obviously builds some of the best chests in the world. Okay, it's really good for building generally the size. Of course, again, we can do upper, we can do incline, we can do decline, but I'm just talking about flat bench press, good form, should have your feet planted on the ground and really driving up through the chest. The bar in all of these movements should be going in a straight line. It should be not deviating and moving around. The displacement of the weight should be over the muscle you're trying to manipulate for the most part, as you can see in the diagrams. And bench press, of course, is one of the many favorites, but remember, identify all the movements and make sure you train your muscle groups evenly. I cannot stress this enough. That's probably a video in itself, because I'm sure some of you have seen a lot of people in the gym. They walk around, I call them lollipops. They've got massive upper bodies and no legs, and to me that not only looks stupid, it also tells me they don't know what they're doing, and it's also a big advocate for a lot of injuries as well. So moving on from the bench press, one of the last movements that I would recommend doing in the bigger muscle groups and the main compound exercises is the military press, or the OHP, or overhead press, as some people refer to it as. And this is basically working on the shoulders. Just get past this guy. Again, the bar displacement is directly above the shoulders. Again, it's a little bit more of an advanced movement initially, because the correct way to do it, without swinging, without bouncing off your feet to manipulate the bar up, is from a standstill. Okay, and I will show you in the diagram as well. You want the bar coming straight down to your collarbone, all the way up, your head tucks back, and it goes straight up above your head, with your arms parallel and evenly width. Last building potential exercises for all the muscle groups. They all use more than one muscle group at a time, hence the name compound. Also, additionally to that, not as important, but other big movements that you can use for your other major muscle groups. For example, we don't want to leave out calves. I would recommend standing calf raises. Really simple, full range of motion. Make sure you're controlling the weight yourself. Again, diagram here, up and down. Remember, a big factor in all of this is making sure that you are feeling and working the muscle that you are targeting. It sounds really simple, it can also sound very stupid, but remember, if you're training, you want to make sure you're thinking about that muscle, you're contracting it, you're squeezing it, you're using it, the muscle fibers are firing. The two last exercises I really want to mention, I think are really, really good as well for building muscle, would be curls for the girls. But again, don't stand in the mirror for ages doing loads of curls. There's no need to do that. Your arms are probably one, and your biceps I should say, one of the most smallest muscle groups in your body, yet they get trained the most. That doesn't make sense. Don't stand in the squat rack and curl. Unless you're shorter than 5 foot, then that's okay. For some reason, I don't know. Anyway, barbell curls, okay, the best. Really simple, standing there, hands parallel, don't bend the wrists because you're going to work your forearms, curling straight up and down. The last movement that I want to mention is these. Skull crushers. Now, debatable. You know, you've got the close grip bench press, which also works on the tricep. A great builder, one of the biggest builders. For me, personally, I like the skull crusher. I found it's worked for me. I found it's put a lot of meat on my triceps. I believe it's one of the, bigger contributing factors that you can use to increase size in your triceps as well. I'm a big advocate for that, which I like to do on a decline, as it takes a lot of stress off the wrists, a lot of more stress off the elbows, and really targets the triceps a lot more. So there it is, guys. There's my quick tips for beginners and even intermediate and advanced for compound exercises that really should be occurring in your program regularly on a week-to-week basis, personally in my opinion, for maximum and optimal growth. Remember, do them properly, train hard, forget about the weight will come in time. It is quality over quantity. Until next time, fearless trainers,